Let's get ready, say, go. Let's go. Rainbows in the sky, let's fly away like a bird. You're free to see the boundless face of the earth. Let the wind blow you like a knife and glide away. Far beyond the clouds, you'll find another place. If the road ahead seems so cold and gray, turns today. Don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Don't be afraid. You got the power to get through the darkest night. Chala. Zooming round and round in the sky like a coaster. Hold on tight, or you may find yourself trapped in a maze. When that happens, you may think you will never find your way. As the past, you may take seem all the same. If the road ahead should lead you so cold and gray, when night never turns to day, don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest night. Hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it is a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest nights. Chala.
ELW proudly presents Monday Night KliqBait Wrestling. What is going on, people? This be your boy Smith, alongside my North American Thick Boy tag team partner, Matitude 22. It's Monday night. We're watching Raw. It's the night after SummerSlam. We have a new world champion, a couple new champions, which we'll definitely go over, and a hell of a lot to talk about in the game that is professional wrestling. But well, to just kind of get you to chat up to speed, we were kind of talking here before we got on the air. We were talking about Jacob Fatu because, you know, he kind of had a big spot during the main event, and it looked like he really hurt his leg pretty bad. Now, from the photos, they threw him in a boot. So when I see a boot, I'm saying it's probably not that bad. It's not good, but it's not bad, because if it boot just means you need to stay off this foot for a couple weeks. Cast means that shit is broken. And he didn't have a cast on, so I'm gonna assume it ain't broken, but it's definitely banged up, probably fractured, maybe sprain, like a severe sprain. It's definitely, I wouldn't say anything tore, because then we'd be already hearing about him going into surgery at this point, if that was the case. And then, like I said, the second. Okay, go ahead.
No, I think you're right. I think it's probably just uh, I think it's probably just like a bad sprain or something. Because if he was already like he was walking around on a boot, like if something was broken, you're not walking around.
Yeah,
Like
you're not walking. If it's broken, you're not walking on a boot. You're not
Yeah,
walking on a boot.
exactly.
You're not walking at all. And if you are walking, you got crutches, and that foot's not touching the floor.
Yeah,
That's what kind of gave me the indication. Like, yeah, he hurt himself bad, but it's not in the sense of we either need surgery or we need to put it in a cast. Plus, like I stated, like I was saying, towards the end of that match, which we'll get into, Jacob was still there. If his shit was broken or anything like that, they'd have got him out of there already. They'd have carted him through the
yeah,
crowd. They'd have had him carted through the crowd.
absolutely. Yeah, they like if there was like legitimate concern, they wouldn't let the man sit there with like a busted leg or something.
Yeah, because he was still sitting there like, yeah, granted, he couldn't hobble away because he was bad leg, but it was like, if it was broken, they wouldn't have just left him there sitting there in pain waiting for Roman Reigns to walk away. No, there's plenty of other exit, stage left, stage right, they could have carted his ass off to, but they didn't.
Yeah,
So it wasn't that. And so, like I said, nothing, from just that assessment alone, I would say nothing's actually broken. Like I said, he probably got banged up real bad because it was a pretty hard spot. And like I was saying, they might need to do something about that with their tables, because like too many people keep hitting that edge, and that edge is
yeah,
that shit has no give when the rest of the table breaks.
yeah.
Because
They
think
might
about it,
have
like
to.
how their tables are designed is, it's like a thing where the middle just kind of collapses in on itself, and then the sides
Yeah,
just kind of like fold out like a flower petal almost.
yep,
But the problem is the impact has to hit the middle of the table first before the petals open up. So you hit that shit. If you don't hit it flush, and like how he caught it on the edge with his foot, yeah, you're just gonna hit that edge and it doesn't move until that middle collapses, and then it falls in on itself.
yeah,
So you're just literally hitting a hard edge that's supported by the floor that it's already on. Even if you put some padding or something, which I don't think they put much padding on them edges, but it's like,
I don't
we've
think
been
so.
seeing that for a while. Remember when Shawn Michaels did the moonsault and it landed like gut first on it? If I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken, he broke some ribs on that.
yep.
Yeah,
I do believe you're right.
because that fucking shit has no give. There's nothing to fall on. It doesn't break towards your weight. It's just a thing to hold up the middle platform of that table. That's the part that falls. They just fall to the side like petals. They fall to the side like petals, but there's no give when you hit that part. When you hit that part, that shit's just, you're just hitting it. It ain't crunching. It ain't cracking to the will of your body like the way a table would. No. So it's like, yo, y'all need to do something about it. Somebody get to the design team. Y'all need a new announce table, because everybody keeps hitting that edge shit, doing shit off the top. And like I said, you already see now your man Jacob got a boot on. And like I
At the
said, and I
very
can probably name countless other times where people have done, just in this year alone, have done spots where they landed on that hard edge part of the table. And like I said, for all you fans, everybody in the chat, now that I've thrown it out there, pay attention to it when it happens again. When you see somebody go through a table, and look how those edges don't fold. The only part that folds, the only part that actually collapses in, is the part that they put their bodies on. But them edges don't go nowhere until that middle falls. Till that middle falls, that shit don't go nowhere. It's not like when they hit them, the whole table just like crunches like a cardboard box or something. No. That shit crunches from within. And the edges, like I said, just fall off like petals. So I would say, like, hey, either use a basic bitch table that folds in the middle when it makes contact, or redesign that table, because them edges is gonna fuck somebody up, which they've already have.
they might they might need to find a better way to gimmick it.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's like they're thinking the way they have it now is gimmicks, but it's like, no, just because the top part's there, once it starts to collapse, all that's left is the edges around and they just fall to the side. But it's like, if you don't hit that shit flush, part of your limbs is banging off that edge. And it's not, and there's nothing to like crunch it down because it's not made to crunch down like the way the table is. It's just gonna fall basically because of gravity. But before that happens, you gotta bang off of it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, bro, I've seen too many wrestlers. Every time they do that spot and they hit their gut or their leg on that edge, pay attention to it. You'll see it a lot more now. Trust me, because I see it all the time. Ever since that shit happened with Shawn Michaels, I paid attention to that shit because that edge shit don't fold. The edge of those tables don't fold. They fall afterwards, but they don't fold. They don't crunch up. They don't break. They just,
exactly.
Like, you can literally just prop that table back together. There's nothing broken on it. It's literally made to collapse. But it's like those edges gotta go. Those edges are fucking killers. I'm telling you, man. I bet you half of the people that ever done a table spot at WWE and hit them edges, I guarantee you that's if they didn't crack or break something, they got really fucked up on that edge. I'm telling you right now. Like I said, Michaels had a couple broken ribs just from that spot. Now I don't know how AEW does their tables, but I'm talking WWE Pacific. They need to work on their table game because that shit is your man Jacob already in the scene, new tag team champion by the way, and we in a boot. Now we in a boot. What we gonna be? We literally gonna be like what? We gonna be convalescent until we get good enough to get back to Survivor Series. So you got what? We August, September, October. We got 4 months. He got 4 months to heal up. He got 4 months to heal up. For Survivor Series, unless they pull an audible and get Hukulea ass out here. That's the only alternative.
Yeah, I mean it would be unfortunate, right? Because there's no substitute for Jacob Fatu, unfortunately. But yeah, like it might be.
They might have to speed up that time or whatever they wanted to do with Hukuleo and do it now because they might not have a choice because Jacob can't do nothing now. He ain't gonna be on SmackDown doing anything. He a boo.
Yep.
They're gonna have to pop off that eye patch off of Tama, give him the rightful tag team title that he was supposed to have with his brother. I'm sorry, Tama. I'm sorry, Tanga's not the best. Like, listen. There was a reason they got rid of him back when they called him Camacho. Listen, people get blinded by what he's done in New Japan because he had a lot of window dressing and pretty makeup for you to forget. Like, yeah, he's just kind of mid in the ring, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Tama got good. Tama got skills. But Tanga, not so much. That's why he's the genetic.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a little rough. He's a little rough around the edges.
But people kind of mistaken that because Bullet Club member, Gorillas of Destiny, multiple time IWGP tag, and it's like, yeah, but watch those matches again and see who's carrying those matches.
Yeah.
See how much see who gets more ring time than the other partner. Who's actually carrying in the matches.
Yep.
And then you'll see what the truth is. Because I guarantee you, if a tag team match in New Japan got 20 minutes and it had the Gorillas of Destiny, I bet you Tama spent 15 of those 20 in there. Tama, if Tanga was in there, he was just the guy to get the beat down and take the hot tag. Okay. He's
kind of like he's kind of the guy that gets the hot tag, but like Tama's like he's like workhorse in those.
Yeah, he's workhorse in that tag team. Make no mistake about it. Like I said, there's a reason they got rid of Camacho when he was already in WWE. He already had a time there. He spent some time in the E, and they didn't need him because he wasn't doing nothing, and he wasn't that great. They even sent him to bro. The nigga went through the process. He was first main roster, then got sent to NXT, and still couldn't cut it.
Yep.
Still couldn't cut it. And remember, they brought him in the main roster strictly off of name, record, legacy alone. Legacy alone. Because it was Haku's kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they said, oh shit, Haku kid ain't Haku. So I said, maybe it's a little dormant. Maybe it's dormant. Send him to NXT, give him a little seasoning, a little extra seasoning. He just got a lot of that Tongan seasoning. Put some of this PC seasoning on. Maybe it'll help him out. They help him out. He go to Japan, kick it with his brother. Brother already was kind of making a name for himself. And then, like I said, just basically rode the coattails off a really cool gimmick. Just like a guy like Hangman. Hangman's another type of dude where it's like, if you really look at him, he's not all that special. He just feels special because he rode the coattails of a cool gimmick. So you just assume or imagine that, well, he's Bullet Club, he must have been good, right? There's only the best people. And it's like, yeah, from the top, that's it. And then the bottom just is like extra, is literally just watered down Bullet Club members. Like, let's be real here. Like, if the top tier of who was in Bullet Club in any fact of any incarnation is like the dude who's the leaders is elite. Tag team, whoever you want to say, Bucks, Good Brothers, whatever, they elite. And then like, or the Gorillas. And then everybody else is a Cody Hall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
You're a Bullet Club. You're not elite. You're not top tier. You're just here to wear a T-shirt and give us numbers.
It's kind of crazy when you think about that guy, like how he had the size, he had the last name, like it's like he had everything going for him, but he was somehow just utter garbage in the ring.
Like, listen, he tried, but he didn't have really the skills, and he didn't even have the mic work either, so he was already down 2 pegs. The only thing he really had for him was the look, and barely had the look because he was already bald. So he's already like halfway like out the door. It's like, okay, you kind of came in a little bit, but like I said, it didn't pan out. Like, not even a Bullet Club rub helped him. Because it's just like, yeah, man, like some people just assume, you put on a T-shirt of a faction, that automatically makes you a good wrestler or a good talker. Like, no, you're just an extra body for an actual babyface to beat up on. And sadly, Tanga's one of those. But because he has a brother who's one of the founding 4 of the group, it at least gave him some cachet. And then when he did a tag team, like, again, you lean on your brother. And, again, you riding on a gimmick, a look, and a catchy entrance. So you got all that package going. Yeah, you could almost forget that Tonga's kind of shit. I mean, Tanga's kind of shit. Tonga's good, but Tanga kind of shit. He kind of mid.
Big time.
And like I said, WWE brought him back in probably just more of a favor to Tama. Because they already knew he was shit. You don't think they already knew he was shit? Like I said, he been through the process already. Like, I bet good money. I know people might say I'm reaching, but like, listen, Tangaloa got a job based off the strength of his brother Tama. I'm just saying. Because they've already seen what Tanga. They saw what Hukuleo could do. Not Hukuleo, Hunico. What was his name? Camacho and Hunico? He was the dude? He was Camacho?
Hunico.
No, Hunico was the other Sin Cara, but then he came in as Camacho.
Yeah. Yep.
But they're like, yo, they saw what Camacho could do, and it didn't work.
like Camacho was the guy driving the bike, and Hunico was on the back.
Yeah. So it's like so you mean to tell me they saw that? They probably looked at what they were doing in New Japan, of course, and they probably saw no improvement because I know the moment people saw him fuck up the spot of his appearance, his appearance, they started showing clips of his other New Japan matches of him just being really mid, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, and tell me something I didn't already know.
Yeah, we're not already off to a good start.
The only reason it was like a cool thing is because, like, hey, we get the Gorillas of Destiny in WWE. And it's like, yes, as mid as Tanga is, you accept it because it's like, yeah, you gotta take the package. Tama's Deshaun, he's the Janetti, just deal with it. They work together in a tandem, individually, not so much.
But you know, if you put them together, Hama can at least carry him to a good match.
And that's the thing. Tama's talent kind of shadows fucking Tanga's mid. That's why people are starting to be like, well, what's going on here? Because it's like you weren't paying attention. Tama's skill put a whole fog that you didn't really see how actually. It was almost like beer gargles when you watched Tanga wrestle. And it's like, oh, this is great. And like, oh, they put on bangers. And it's like, did they put on bangers or did Tama Tonga put on a banger?
Exactly.
And then Tanga came in to help with the finisher. Is that what happened? Is that what really happened?
That's pretty much what it is. Like, it's no secret that I'm sort of detouring a little bit, but you know, like when Mattel showed off all the new like upcoming elites at Comic-Con, they showed you the prototype for the Jacob Fatu figure and the Tama Tonga figure. Like, they didn't even bother with Tonga Loa. Like, they didn't even bother.
They already got that. They already got that shit on file. They think you'll pull up the Camacho file. It's like, we already got it.
Yeah. You know, like that, because like it's kind of the only appeal in Tonga Loa is having him with Tonga.
Yeah, you need to. I'm surprised though. They actually acknowledged the Gorillas of Destiny. You know, I think it was might have been SmackDown or it might have been during SummerSlam, but they acknowledged Tama. No, it was actually during SummerSlam when the Gorillas were doing a tag team move together, and Cole acknowledged that they are known as the Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, since we can say the name, does that mean we can use the name?
I don't know.
Because, like I said, Jacob's going to be in a boot. And I don't think Tama's eye is as bad as y'all say it is. Plus, he was wrestling with an eye patch on. So what the fuck? You know?
I would if they got the name, that would be great. But the thing I want the most is I don't know who Triple H would have to call, but I'm sure he could make it happen. They need to get the Guerrilla Tactics theme song.
Too many. I agree, but I don't think they can. Or they might. Well, you know what? Let me rechange that statement. I was gonna say it's too many gunshots in there, but okay. Before we even kind of really get into SummerSlam, I want to talk about something that I've noticed, and I don't know if we brought this up before, but and I'm not even saying this as like a bad thing, because I feel like it's a thing that is a necessary progression to happen now that we're in this like new era. Now, I don't know if you noticed, most of the matches for SummerSlam were all sponsored matches, either by Slim Jim or Straight Talk or Wheatley's vodka. I drink it neatly. Wheatley's so good. I drink it neatly.
There was that
Wingstop
game.
There was a Valorant.
Valorant, there you go.
Now on console, by the way. Now on console, if you didn't know.
I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet.
But we had all of the sponsoring shit. Now, again, I am not even bringing this up as saying this is a bad thing. this is the natural progression. Like even having the ring littered with shit. You know, we had Wingstop, we had Straight Talk, we had the Giant Prime in the middle. This is, to me, is what WWE's doing to make themselves now, even though it's still all a work and kayfabe, but it's giving you the illusion of it's a genuine sport. Because you see all these types of things in what? Boxing? You see it in UFC.
Mm-hmm.
You see advertisements for shit like this in NFL, NHL, NBA, and MLB. This is something sports do. They are sponsored by companies, and they will sit there and do ads in the middle of fucking games, or have shit plastered all over the arena and or ring, field, wherever, to announce that, hey, this game is sponsored by AT&T or, you know, whoever, mobile up your butthole wireless, I don't know. But
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, that was part of it, but then like it really hit home that we want to treat this now like an actual sport with the entertainment is when SummerSlam ended, it didn't end. Like, you know how usually end of pay-per-view, you get the copyright Titan Sports, blah, 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 2024, whatever, and we fade to black. We didn't fade to black. We went straight to the outside commentary team for post-show analysis, and this there, and this there, and, you know, if we waited long enough, then we get to the media scrub. And like I said, these are all things that happen in actual sport events. Especially for big time events. You don't just end the Super Bowl. You end it with the guys in the booth in the studio having some final thoughts and talking about the game and what we experienced and the emotions and all this and the third, right? And then you might go to a media scrub and hear the players talk, and you might talk to the players and the coaches and the shit like you see in all sport events. They did that at this SummerSlam, and it's the first time they've done this, because I haven't seen this done in any of their other pay-per-views since. Like, yeah, we do the media scrub thing a little bit later, but they don't, like, but the show would usually end. This shit didn't end. Like, I had to tell myself to leave. Because I'm like, wait a minute, like the show didn't tell me to leave. We never faded to black. We never got the copyright Titan Sports but they never faded to black. We transitioned straight to Big E and the crew. And I'm just like, wait a minute, this is new. This is new. They've never done this. And like I said, they kept talking, and they would cut to Byron to this, or cut to that person for this. They might cut to one of the wrestlers for something. And it was like a whole thing like you would see in actual sporting events. And I say this again, I'm okay with this. Because this they're now treating it like an actual sport. Even though this entertainment and the curtain's been fucking pulled down years ago, you can still give it that sports-like feel if you treat it as such. I mean, hell, the whole show, I think we had 7 matches. 6 of them were all championship matches outside of the Punk McIntyre match.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm fine with too, because I'm fine with titles being defended. Sure, I'd appreciate it if they'd have added the other titles there too, but you know, that's why they did it on SmackDown. But I also feel that's why we're now gonna get SummerSlam as a 2-night event now.
Yeah. So
we can do all that. But as much as I said like a week or so ago, like I think you said the same, like I wasn't expecting much from based off the card itself, but even with the card itself, most of the matches was pretty good. Everything had decent pacing. I think the outcomes ended how most would expect, outside of maybe, like I said, the first match with Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan. I know we kind of said like maybe Dominic would do the turn. I know you called it. You was like, listen, all these people who originally got beat up by the Judgment Day are going to turn on the two founder members of the Judgment Day, which they all did. Because remember, Dominic Mysterio was also getting beat up by the Judgment Day. Don't forget.
Yup. Yup.
Judgment,
Like,
Liv Morgan, Dominic, and Finn Balor all had some beef with Judgment Day before they became Judgment Day outside of Liv Morgan.
I said, like I kind of think that again. I'll go back to when it was like AJ. It started off. It was like AJ and Finn. They were teaming up, and then Liv Morgan joined up with them, and they were feuding with Judgment Day when it was Priest, Edge, and Rhea. And then like they had made an agreement that they would destroy the Judgment Day. And then like shortly after that, Finn joins Judgment Day, and the same night Finn joins Judgment Day, they take out Edge. Like I think that this is something that like this is probably something that Finn has been planning the whole time. Like Finn's plan this whole time has just been to destroy the Judgment Day from the inside, and that's why there was all these clues like the Liv Morgan's like hotel. Like remember like we were talking about it, like Liv Morgan's hotel key, like who ended up taking it in the end. It was Finn Balor. Like it was Priest was constantly telling Dominic to stay away from Liv, get rid of her, stay away from her. Well, Finn and JD are kind of pushing him towards Liv, and they're telling him to pursue it. Like it's long-term booking at its finest, man.
Well, I mean, that's just a theory. I don't know if that's what they're going to use as the excuse. I would hope to think we bring it all back, so it's all
I
connected.
would hope so.
I feel maybe
But,
we might. I feel
yeah.
we might get that because it's this is a Triple H job here, so he likes some long-term booking.
Yeah, yeah.
And this
He
is
likes
this
it
and
a
this
little
right
too
here
much.
would be kind of the longest term of booking right here.
Yep. I think for me, I think like SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam is an example of WWE when it's at its best. Like, did I think was there any match on SummerSlam that would win Match of the Year for me? No, probably nothing on SummerSlam would even crack the top 10 Match of the Year. But in terms of like storylines and angles and leaving you with more questions than answers, I think that's what WWE really does best, and I think they showcase that. They showcase that with this pay-per-view. Like look at the way it kicks off. Like it kicks off with the Liv and Dominic situation, and then before you even know, you're still trying to process that, and now all of a sudden Finn Balor costs Damian Priest. Like I think that's what WWE does best, and I think they nailed it. They nailed that with this pay-per-view.
I also say for the show production was very well. I think the whole, like I said, the pacing of the show, for as very little matches were there, it didn't feel like it. Even from the beginning, we get the guy, what's his name? Like, funny thing, Miz is the host of SummerSlam. Miz literally does 2 segments, the beginning of the show and then midway towards the end of the show. So great way to make a paycheck, Miz, right? And then we get Jelly Roll. He sings the anthem, and then he kind of sings the theme song for the pay-per-view or premium live event, whatever. And it was cool how they set it up where he's singing and they're showing clips, and it's a good song, so so like that was cool. And then like we go straight into it, and like I said, the pacing of it, like it really wasn't too much of a drag. So it was just like, yeah, we get into the women's world title, decent match. Again, this also, to me, and I don't know if you felt this way, but I feel like this also kind of exposes Liv Morgan as she's still not credible enough to win a match straight up on her own. Like, she still seems inferior. Like, she has to win with the help of others. Even if you want to do that to give her more heat, but it's like, it's kind of exposing that she's not on that level yet that she could just win straight up. She can't win clean. Because she wasn't really winning clean as a babyface either. It's always some kind of circumstance or someone else involved for her to pick up a dub. Like, she's not strong enough as a character to just win it on her own. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not.
So I'm just like, that kind of also exposes, because again, you needed Dominic to kind of get involved for you to get the dub. It was a decent finish, but it just, again, like, if you want to make Liv seem like a dominant champion, she's got to beat people clean though. She's got to beat at least somebody creditable clean to make it, to give the illusion that she can go out there and win a match without anybody helping her. But right now, she's the champion that needs other people's help to get the job done, because she's not strong enough.
Like, I liked the double fake out where Dominic pulls the chair. Yeah, Dominic pulls the chair, and then Liv kicks her into the chair and then hits Oblivion. Worst finishing move in all of pro wrestling, in my opinion.
Yes.
And then she pins her, and then you think that's gonna be it, and then Rhea kicks out, and you're like, oh shit, that wasn't the finish. Like, what the fuck? What's gonna happen then? And then, like, Dom slides in the chair. It was a good match. Like okay, no, it wasn't a good match. The match itself, not very good. I don't know how many people I don't know how many people in the chat have ever broken a bone or dislocated something. But I'm gonna tell you that it's quite painful. I'm really tired of this spot where they're slamming their shoulders into the table and slamming their shoulder into the turnbuckle. Like, oh, like they she dislocated her shoulder and she, like, popped it back in. It looks fake. It doesn't look good. We need to stop doing it, please.
I agree, but I mean, I guess it worked in this case because it's like, oh, she had the injured shoulder, and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Okay. So Gojira, so you know what I'm kind of talking about. It's not as easy to pop something back into place. Like, it's not as easy and painless as they make it look. Like, it's actually quite painful. And I've never dislocated my shoulder and had to have it pop into place, but I've had it happen to where I dislocated my finger and it was popped back into place, and it's quite painful. And I think we need to stop it with that. The match itself, I didn't think was very good, but the finish, I must admit, I like the finish. Like I said, I like the fake out where you think she's gonna get her the first time, but then Rhea kicks out, and then I like the fake out. It was good finish. Match
real quick,
sucked.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we got Damian Priest out here
That's
cutting the hard babyface promo right now.
Yeah.
Cutting a hard babyface promo right now. So, big ups to the turn. I would say the turn is complete.
Yeah.
What you were saying? My bad.
I was just saying, like I said, I like the finish. I like the fake out. I didn't care for the match itself.
Yeah, it's a good finish. It was a good finish. Like I said, Rhea doesn't need the title right now. Like I said, she's transitioning to baby, so it's time for the chase. It's time for the chase. Oh, now Finn's here. Let's see what the explanation is. So this is because Damien tried to cash in when he had a title match. Okay.
Long-term booking.
Judgment Day version 3.0. Oh man, what a motley crew that is. Carlito.
I don't know, man. It's just Carlito just looks so out of place to me. Like Carlito just doesn't look like he belongs there. It's like I just don't see Carlito as like having that like goth aesthetic, you know? Like to me, I like when I think about Carlito, like I always associate him with like purple, orange, light blue. Like I'm used to seeing Carlito in like bright colors and like Hawaiian shirts, you know?
We got Judgment Day 3.0. Well, you're never going to be as good as the sequel, you know?
Yeah.
But,
okay, so for me, match number 2, the Braun Breaker Sami Zayn, for me that was probably the worst match of the night.
I mean, he ran him over the way he should have, so, you know, it is what it is.
It's just like, I don't know. Yeah, it just seemed, it seemed just like it was like a glorified squash match. But it was a glorified squash match, but it wasn't even a squash match done well. But I am glad to see Braun Breaker win the Intercontinental title.
What the fuck? Okay, enough of this McAfee shit, man.
Yeah, it's fucking really annoying, man. It's really.
This is the one part of the sport we don't need.
Oh, bro, I'm so fucking sick of McAfee. Bro, and you got that 2K25 game, right?
Of course.
What's
you
mean
2024 with the McAfee pack?
What the fuck's with that, man? Like, who the fuck wants to play as those fucking J
Look here, I
Bros.
looked at it like this. Even ELW needs some jobbers, okay?
So did you get it?
I mean, I think, doesn't it come with, if you have the season pass and all that, or you got to pay extra for that?
Oh no, I guess if you got the season pass, I guess you would.
I should have it. I just haven't like downloaded it, I think, but I should have it because I got the Ultimate Edition.
Like the Pat McAfee, like okay, like maybe, but the rest of those guys, like why would you want to play?
Although
as
I
the
hear
rest
they
of
got
those
some
guys?
they got some AEW move sets up in there though in that pack.
Yeah.
They got Osprey's Hidden Blade. They got, who else they got? They got I think they got couple Brody King finishes in there. So yeah, they added like 20 different new movesets. And some of them, Coffin drops in there too.
Okay.
So yeah, they know what they doing. They added some AEW moves for those creator wrestling motherfuckers out there. Because, you know, Fight Forever fucking sucks dick and has no real customization, so WWE 2K is the only way to go if you're trying to do like your own custom wrestling and shit. Because AEW Fight Forever does not give you that option.
Breaking news.
Okay.
We interrupt this scheduled program with a grain of salt, but it looks like what I'm hearing looks like the Lucha Brothers are expected to depart AEW once their contracts expire, and they will indeed be signing with WWE.
Ooh. If that's true, man, that's gonna be tag team scene definitely gonna be on fire then.
Just my only thing, just let them keep their current like gimmicks. Just like you did with God, man. Just let them be Penta L0M and Ray Phoenix. Don't try to be like, oh, it's fire Sin Cara and Halloween Sin Cara.
In fact, I'll accept even
none
this.
of that shit.
If they don't want Penta Zero because it just don't sound too hot on a t-shirt, just go back to Pentagon Jr.
Yeah, like, you know, like even if you slightly modify the names, like you know, just let them keep their current look. Like, don't change their looks, man.
They gotta take the packages, because listen, if they want to capitalize on Zero Miedo, they gotta take the package, baby.
Yeah.
If you want that Zero Miedo.
But so what I'm hearing is I guess they were scheduled to face the Patriarchy at Wembley, but I guess that match is kind of being called off, and they're going to another direction.
Well, if you caught Collision this week, it's kind of going in the direction of House of Black's back in effect, and the Bang Bang Gang trying to get back in the scene. So I guess we're going to have some kind of thing to determine who is going to go up against the Patriarchy, which also was funny because Christian's like, all right, you guys, I'm going to finally let y'all hold y'all belts. So he's like, here you go, Nick Wayne. You know, you're a prodigy. And, you know, you're the future of professional wrestling. Here's your belt. And then he's like, Lucha Negro, you are a powerhouse. You are my finisher, Kill Switch. And he's like, you're my instrument of destruction, blah, 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 blah. And like Lucia's like got his hands out waiting for the belt, and Chris is like, "But you did not birth a prodigy."
I was dead. He's gassing, bro. Like he's gassing him up, and then he's like, "But you didn't give birth to a prodigy," and then he gives Mother Wayne the title.
Yeah, I was like, yo, son. I knew he was gonna felt them, but I was like, how is he gonna felt them? No, I knew he was gonna, because he always fucking felt Lucha Negro.
Dead. I was dead, son. Like I was on the floor, like split in half from laughing so hard. Bro, that shit was too funny. Like he's gassing him up, but you didn't give birth. You didn't give birth to a prodigy, and he gives mother weight in the title. Like fuck, like bro, what a
Yo,
menace, Christian Cage. What
yeah.
a menace,
I was just like,
bro. I don't
bro.
give a shit what anybody says. Bro, this is the best run of his career. Like WWE, TNA, everything. This is by far the best run of his career. Like,
Yeah,
oh, that was too good, son. That was too good.
that shit made me laugh, son. 'Cause I was like, yo, bro. He's like, you're my instrument of destruction. You're my finisher. You've done everything I've ever asked of you, but you didn't give birth to a prodigy.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I'm like, bro. Motherfucker,
oh, that
Christian.
was
I'm
good.
telling you, man. Yo, Lucha Negro's gonna get big pop when he finally decides to actually turn. Cause
Yeah.
Christian stay fucking him over, bro.
Yep.
Stay fucking him over. Alright, we had a match with Baszler and Valkyria, but that ended in a smosh because the rest of the Les Bros came in and beat her up. And now we got us, and then Damage Control came to beat up on the Les Bros. But now we got Final Testament. I don't know what the accession is with the New Day is, but okay. I mean, you would think with the faction you have, you would be reaching for higher goals than guys with no titles, though, man. You do have a tag division, if we forget. You got some singles titles out there. Like, why are we just like fucking with the New Day? Like, the New Day ain't popping right now.
Especially, it's kind of weird because Cross has already beaten both members of the New Day. Like he's already beaten and he's beaten Kofi. Like this is the perfect example of like a faction done wrong. Like
nah, it's a faction with no direction. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, like no direction.
You have a team. You have at least within the trio. You have a former NXT champion 2 times over. You got former NXT Dusty Cup and Raw Tag Team Champions in AOP. So it's like, if we're doing all this to kind of like try to reintroduce them or something, it's like, it's really not that necessary. Plus, we know who Paul Ellering is. And shit, if you didn't know who Scarlett was, I'm pretty sure you Google search and you're going to find out. But like, it's like there's nobody here that don't know who any of y'all are. So the fact that we got to kind of we have to do this whole kind of reintroduction of what we are or who we are or what we do. It's like, bro, we already know the pedigree. They should be reaching for some tag team goal, and you should either be reaching for the world title or at least the mid card or something. But to sit here and just brag the New Day, like, what does that do at the end of the day? Like, why are you reaching for the low star when you're supposed to be reaching for the high star? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. go beat up on Braun Breaker now, and so that way you beat him up and turn him into babyface. But chase him for the IC title or something. Or chase Gunther, whoever, but it's like, why are you sitting here fucking with the New Day? It'd be different if they had gold or something. You sitting there beating them up for past glory. Like, well, what does that do anything?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of spinning your wheels at that point. Like, you got Paul Ellering, like, manager of one of the greatest tag teams ever, and it's just a waste. All of it's just a waste. Like, you had the little nothing feud with Bobby Lashley and Street Profits. That went nowhere. Now we just here just harassing the New Day for some reason. And it's like, where are we going with this? At this point, it's just feels like a hate group at this point. You
Yeah.
know, I need you to go somewhere with this, buddy. Let me change my mind. Cause, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how obsessed they are with New Day. Like you said, especially when New Day is kind of at the worst phase of their career right now. Like New Day is literally the lowest they've ever
Like
been.
the
Like
New
they
Day
have
right
no
now,
titles. They have no title aspirations. Like they have literally nothing. And like you guys are just messing with them
like
for no reason
literally
at
the New
all.
Day are at the point where they're just here to kind of pop the crowd and get people kind of hyped because they're that kind of act. Like they're always gonna get a
Yeah.
big pop, no matter what. They're just gonna get a pop. So it's like, you know, like I said, right now they're just kind of in a stagnant position where it's like, what else do you do with the New Day? And like I said, you don't have the New Day is as good as the sum of their parts, and like I said, one of their parts ain't there no more because she on the shelf. And like I said, right now it's like Kofi. Like I said, he ain't doing shit. Xavier ain't doing shit. You know, they just there to be a tag team when they need a tag team at this point.
Yeah.
You might as well just call them the fucking Killer Bees.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's the thing of right now. Here's the thing: the New Day should kind of be on their way out of something and like give them something new because listen, they've done it all already. Like the pedigree's there, the legacy's there. It's first ballot Hall of Famer for the trio. You know what I'm saying? We're not even talking about individual goals. Just the trio tag itself is first ballot Hall of Fame. So ain't not much more they can do other than rack up more times as tag team champions. That's it.
Yeah.
They
I think,
already sitting at what, like 12, maybe more, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
They already had the longest reign at one point. So it's like, what more do they need to do? Shit, you got 2 out of 3 of them former WWE champions, one king of the ring. Kofi himself is just a Grand Slam. Big E, you know, he got some IC titles under his belt too. But I'm saying, like, they got a nice little fucking resume there. Like, what else can they do now?
Yeah, it's kind of nothing. Like there's not really anything for them to do. You know, it's like you said, like their role now is just to basically come out and pop the crowd, and they're like, hey, like if we're doing like okay, we're gonna have a fatal 4-way for the Raw tag team titles at Survivor Series. You put the New Day in there just to occupy a spot, you know. But yeah, Gojira's kind of. I would agree with you, Gojira. Like I think I don't know if he deserves it per se, but I would like to see Cross doing something better because Final Testament, like feuding with the New Day, it's not going to accomplish anything for them. Like it's not bringing them any closer to championships. And so in that sense, it's kind of irrelevant. Plus, AOP's already beaten New Day. Like Cross has beaten them both. It, there's nothing else they have to potentially gain from feuding with New Day. Like there's nowhere else for them to go, you know?
Yeah. All right, we got CM Punk coming out, but he ain't wrestling. He's just gonna talk. So.
Oh fuck! I hope he's not injured.
No, he looks good.
They kind of, I don't know if there's any truth to it, but they kind of mentioned during his match on commentary that Punk had been kind of working on putting on a little more muscle.
Yeah. And, I told you, gotta beef up, son. You gotta pad up.
Probably a good move. Probably a good move. The guy could probably use to bulk up a teeny bit.
So like I said, who is a high practitioner of that? My man need to tack on mass over here.
Yes, you.
If you had to, you got get a little beefy, son. Got to chonk up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, listen, calcium alone is not gonna help them strong, healthy bones. Still need a little cushion for pushing, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Now me, I'm calcium enriched, so I got strong, dense nigga bones. So they really, almost adamantium, almost. Listen, this is certified by my dentist, son. I am enriched with calcium. Should seep through my pores. I'm so strong. Vitamin C deficiency? Not over here, son.
So that's how you it's how you gotta live. Just drink chocolate milk and eat cheese.
Listen, it's food of the gods.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Listen, if anybody tells you the chalky milk is just for kids, then cut them out of your life because you don't need that kind of negativity.
They don't know. They don't know how to live. So
They don't know how to
they're
live.
already dead inside.
Exactly.
It's like what? And if they sit there and say, "Oh, I don't fuck with no strawberry milk or nothing like that," like, you know what? You really are just have no. You must be a ginger or something. You have no salt.
If you don't, if you tell me you don't fuck with strawberry milk, then that's basically like telling me you hate fun. You hate fun things.
Like you hate fun. You hate life. So Becky Lynch thing, or do you guys want to wait? Final answer. I mean, listen. I look at it as like I don't think WWE is gonna let her go. She makes them too much money. Her man worked there. Look at your girl Monet. She at another company while her man over here seamstressing for the E. Now they getting the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Makazi getting the boot because the CEO over there playing with other people's toys. Somebody else making her outfits. Someone else is knitting her drawers. You feel me?
Yeah.
Getting up in them seams. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kinda indifferent on the Becky Lynch thing. Like I would be more interested in seeing her go somewhere else because again to me she's somebody that there's nothing really left for her to do in WWE. There's nothing else for her to do there. She's done everything 3 times over. So it's at this point she's not there's nothing new, there's nothing else for her to accomplish. I would be interested in seeing her maybe go somewhere else and do something else, but I guess what I'm saying is if she opts just to retire, then if she's retired, then I'm fine with it because again, there's nothing else for her to do in WWE. There's nothing in WWE she hasn't done. Like unless she's gonna show up in AEW or in TNA or something like that, I'm kinda over Becky Lynch at this point.
Yes, less talk, more fighting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just drifting back over to SummerSlam. Okay, so we had the U.S. title. Uh, LA Knight beats Logan Paul for the U.S. title. Finally.
Finally.
Did you hear the background story of that match?
Nah, well, what happened? Was it
Okay,
about
so, listen,
the Logan Paul tweet about the whole Olympics
yes.
thing?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so I figured
So
that's what was gonna happen. So I'm not all of surprised that the title changed hands. So what I am is
what I was
disappointed in WWE for one thing. And you know what that is? Failed to take an opportunity to make a new gimmick. They had Machine Gun Kelly come out to accompany Logan Paul to the ring. In fact, Machine Gun Kelly would also provide Logan Paul with a set of brass knucks. Where was Kevin Owens to powerbomb him through another table? Come on. Ample opportunity. And then he showed up later in the show. So it's not like he wasn't in the building. Come on. He already did it once. This should be the new Kane Pete Rose right here. Anytime Machine Gun Kelly randomly shows up, Kevin Owens powerbombs him through a table. I think this would have been so appropriate at this moment.
I was almost thinking, like, is that gonna happen?
I was like, man, this would be perfect if it happened. Because it's like, never forget, he did it one time. This could be the new Kane Pete Rose. Except it's not based off of one, like WrestleMania, he has to do it every year. It's like, no, you just catch Machine Gun Kelly slipping at a wrestling event, and you put him to a table just to let him know, hey, I still work here, and this can happen because you're a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now Seth Rollins out here looking for a fight with Punk.
But
oh, we about to fight.
So I guess from what I was hearing, I guess they were gonna have Logan Paul retain the title, and maybe have LA Knight chase it for a little bit more before eventually beating him. But I guess supposedly after the tweet, there was a meeting between management and Logan Paul, and it did not go well. Apparently Logan Paul was told he was going to be disciplined, and then he had the reaction that of which a child would have. This is not me. This is not me. This is just what I was hearing. Apparently he had a very childlike reaction to that news, so they opted just to take the title off him.
Well, they made the right choice. Because now we have a full-time United States champion again.
Yeah.
So big ups to LA Knight finally winning his first major title in WWE.
Fuck. Yeah, finally. Fucking finally. We had so then we had the WWE women's title match between Becky and Nia. I don't think this match was exceptionally good. It was kind of what I was expecting.
Just literally chasing McIntyre. Oh, but Bronson Reed coming to jump Rollins, getting a piece. Looking to try to make an impact here. Oh, don't come out here and get your ass whooped, Bronson. Oh, no. Okay. Get your heat. Get your shit. There you go. He trying to step up in the game. There you go. Get him again. Hit him with the senton. All right, time to hit him with the tsunami. Hit him with the tsunami. Gotta make a statement. Don't steal my shit, McAfee. I said it first. Tsunami. Oh, going up again for another one. This is the second wave. Big Boy's trying to eat at the big boy table, man. He's trying to eat at the big boy's table.
About time.
Well, looks like Rollins will be preoccupied. His attention from CM Punk has now been shifted.
That's okay. They could always get back to Punk and Rollins later.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Get it later, but they needed to shift his attention to someone else. His to someone else. And it's
Yeah,
good.
like
It's good for
Bronson
Bronson because it puts him in a spot. Yeah. Hit him with a third. Make it count. 3 times the charm. Hit him with the hind. Hit him with the hind. Hit him with the hind. Look at Navari and little Petey. And Kurt Angle's son. My black son. Oh, go for a fourth?
Also,
Do it,
he's a
son.
ninja.
Oh, and he's a ninja. He was going for a fourth. Let's go. Hit him. Yeah. 5? Yes. Go, big man, go. Let him. Go on. Let's do this. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Let's go. Get him. Just Oh, we going back up? Let's go. PD ain't gonna stop you. One more time. For the shorties. One more time for the shorties. Come on, big man. For the shorties. You jump over the ref. Yeah, for the shorties. Do it. For the shorties. That's what I'm talking about. For the shorties. Alright. Crowd still chanting one more time. Bro, he done hit him with like, what, 6?
I think it was 6, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, Rollins over here spitting up a little of that blood. Oh, we coming back? Get him in the ring. Go. Let's go. Hit him with another. This one's for the... Oh, they try to get him out of the way. I was about to say, that one's for the boys. This one's for the boys. Damn, son. He fucking flattened him. He should hit him with the Raw Strongest Slam. Grab him up. Hit him with the Raw Strongest Slam. Well, that is definitely a way to make a statement right there for Bronson Reed. His stock just went up a little bit right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're gonna beat down somebody, you kind of beat the top guy on Raw, and that's Seth Rollins. So
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to give Bronson something to do, because since he's come back, they've just been squandering him.
Yeah, get him out.
Listen,
I would even say
get him out there.
Just based off of how this went down, whenever they do have that match, you kind of gotta let Bronson win it.
Yeah, I would hope.
I mean, Rollins could get his heat back later, but that first encounter, you kind of gotta give it to Bronson and let him get a clean. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, listen, push if you're gonna push him to be like a top heel big man and be formidable, like be like that kind of Vader type shit, like he gotta win. You gotta beat him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying, like right now, like with Braun Breaker as our new IC champion, either you get another baby face or you turn him baby and then have somebody, build up some more heels up in this piece.
What happened to Ilya?
He probably is going to be the first challenger for Braun because I think they still got a bit of a program going.
Or they since they like doing these smaller like pay-per-view cards. I would say take take the feud with Sheamus and Pete Dunne and parlay that and make it those two in a triple threat for the Intercontinental title at Bash at Berlin. Because like Sheamus and Pete Dunne, like they're not making that match is not going to be on the pay per view. That's for sure. But if you make it a triple threat for the IC title, or even put Ilya Dragunov in there, make it like a 4-way, I'd be okay with that.
Well, I'm kind of glad you brought up Pete Dunne real quick. Cause last week on NXT, Pete Dunne had a little bit of a little promo, which was really good because it told some good stuff. He had talked about how he came up, whatever. But then he just kind of like explained, like, oh, I hooked up with Sheamus. I get stuck with a stupid nickname because he got hit with that butch for a while.
Lest we forget.
And then he's like, oh well, Sheamus up and left. Ridge up and left when shit got tough because he kind of did. He went to NXT, and he's like, Tyler got injured, so I'm kind of on my own and just doing my thing here because he's gonna have a match, I guess, with Trick Williams.
Yeah.
At the Great American Bash. But I just kind of like that, like, acknowledge, you got hit with a shit nickname. That bullshit sucked.
Garbage. Yeah, garbage.
And by all accounts, Rich Hollins did, he broke Big E's neck and just kind of lost his way from there.
Yeah.
Which I could kind of understand. Like, he kind of ended another man's career to a degree. We don't know if he's ever coming back.
The longer he doesn't come back, the more it makes me think he's not gonna come back.
I mean, he'll pull an edge, if he's working on keeping that neck strong and all that.
He could.
But yeah, so Alright, but yeah, we got new champ in LA Knight. Then we had what was next? The women's, the WWE?
Yeah. Bailey and
Nia Jax.
Again, it's what I expected it to be. Like I don't expect much out of a Nia Jax match, and I'm not particularly a fan of Bailey at that.
Scrapper. But I mean, it was a decent match with Bailey and Nia. I mean, it's the best you get out of Nia Jax.
Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't better or worse than I was expecting it to be. Like I thought it was okay. I thought it did what it needed to do.
I kind of dug the finish, though. Stratton kind of coming out, pretending like she was going to do a cash in to kind of get a little bit of a distraction for Nia to just fucking actually just dominate, just 2 power bombs and then 2 bunzais and new champion.
Yeah.
All right, so the Authors of Pain are what, going up against the New Day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh wait, remind me after the show. I gotta give you the tracking for your package.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. This is a first. New Day's actually matching attire, dressed up like Ninja Turtles. Clearly,
Yeah, nice. Kinda, I know it's just to plug the figures, but it's kind of cool to see them coordinating again,
yeah.
because they have not been doing that for a while.
I will not be buying. If I won't buy turtles dressed up as other people, I sure as shit ain't buying wrestlers dressed up as turtles. No,
Yeah,
sir.
just kind of it just kind of fits into the realm of like I collect the WWE figures, I collect turtles. I don't need them to be the same thing. I don't like crossover figures. That I don't like them. I don't have interest
Like I
in
said,
them.
I don't mind the New Day
Like
wrestling as internal matching ring gear because it's the New Day.
Yeah,
But not in my
that's
action
kind of
figures.
like I never bought those like Universal Monsters Ninja Turtles for the same reason.
And like, what did I say? New Day came out. What did they get? They get a pop. They're a pop tag team at this point. They've been around what, a decade?
Longer than that, it's gotta be maybe gotta be longer than a decade, I
But
think.
but within that time frame, they've always kind of been on top and they've been fan favorite. It's the only time they were ever like heels was the actual first run. They've been
Yeah, and
babyface
then
ever since.
they just got over too hard, so it was kind of like, well, it's nothing we could do with them now.
Yeah, and they've been babyface
They
ever
too over.
since.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We broke up the New Day. There's like I said, several different times, the Incarnation, they've all held tag team titles, whether it was Kofi or Woods or Woods or Big E and Kofi or Woods and fucking Kofi.
Hmm.
So it's like, hey man, like their time in the spotlight was literally about a decade's worth. And like I said, you produced at least 2 WWE champions out of that trio. So like I said, first ballot Hall of Famers, automatic.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like I think Big E's WWE title run a little forgettable.
You can
But
say it's a little forgettable, but it happened.
it did happen.
It happened. Same thing with Kofi. Kofi's is a flash, is a blink and you missed it reign. Hell, they both also hold the distinction of losing them to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, they both lost it to Brock Lesnar.
In fact, unfortunately, literally Brock Lesnar is the destroyer of black champions in WWE because he's beaten every black champion that has ever been in WWE. From The Rock to Bobby Lashley to Big E, Kofi Kingston. Am I missing any?
It's like Xavier Woods better watch out, man, because when he finally wins that WWE title, it's Brock's like sense is gonna go off, and he's like, did a black wrestler just win the title? Not on my watch. and he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there.
Is it African American heavyweight champion?
Yeah.
Hold my beer. He might make an exception. Like what? They get what? A black WWE champion? Who? You know what? R-Truth, I'm gonna sit this out.
Yeah, he's cool with it. He's cool with
I
it.
like Truth. But Apollo Crews, I'll be right over.
Yeah, sure. You better stay in NXT, Trick Williams. Brock won't go there, so you might be safe.
What's that? You gave the title to Carmelo Staines? Oh yeah, I'm gonna make him shit his pants again.
that'll be like his new gimmick.
I mean, listen, I didn't make it up. It happened. It happened.
Yep.
Also, big up to everybody who's coming in, and even if you're coming in just to poke your head in, we appreciate you stopping by. So,
Yeah. If you hear something you like, which how could you not? Like, obviously, make sure you drop a like. Say hi.
also, I
Or
like
don't, whatever. A views of you. Either way.
non-wrestling related. That the Mando son, the little antenna thing comes down. That's dope.
Mhm.
And I like that they have that feature with the Mandos where the antenna thing comes down. And the jetpack little missile comes off too.
It's like
that's dope.
it's such like a minute detail, but it's like the smallest detail, but it just takes the figure over the top, you know?
It does. That's like I have him like right now with the antenna down. It just kind of looks cool, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I get that Death Watch, he comes with an extra pistol. I'm gonna give this dude the extra pistol, so he's gonna be a Kimbo, and the big boy, he's got his own little blaster rifle. So you know, it's my little man, my blue Mandalorian squad over here. And like I said, the Mando is just like I said. He's honorary for Spaghetti Friends Cup.
Yeah. He's integral.
Like, cause I looked at him with this. Odyssey Jones.
Yeah.
What's Odyssey Jones doing here?
Yeah. I mean, he was drafted to Raw like 3 years ago.
What did the New Day get new? Did the New Day get new muscle?
That's what I'm kind of. It's kind of looking like.
Well, New Day's get the win, but now Odyssey Jones over here beating up on I guess we got our new Big E, huh?
I kind of wonder if that's the case. I wonder if that's kind of like, man, like Big E, like if they're just kind of like, man, Big E's just probably not coming back.
We did a double sidewalk slam to the AOP. That's a big boy.
That was nice. That was very nice.
And a big boss man slam. Xavier seems a little apprehensive of Odyssey Jones over here.
Yeah. Why is there so many SmackDown guys here tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Is the brand split already dead?
I don't know.
Yep.
Speaking of A-Town down, man, shout out to Jelly Roll with that one arm choke slam on Austin Theory, man. That shit was pretty solid. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen worse.
Yeah, that was like.
Well, I mean, it's a tag team, so I guess tag teams can kind of float, though. Oh shit! There's a DSP side. Right there. Show, son. Ah, shit.
This saw there was like a one-piece flag too.
DSP sign on Raw. Let's go. They already see. Look at that. See, this how you know the streets be watching. The tractors already got it, son. The tractors already got it. He gets no sleep, son. He can't sleep. He can't sleep, son. That's how you know. Nice. Goddamn commercials, though.
Mm-hmm.
But we got from the women's world title, and then I think we jumped into the CM Punk McIntyre match with Rollins as referee, which again was a good match, back and forth. You know, Rollins kind of got himself involved as ref, and in the end, you know, McIntyre got the win. Got the bracelet off of Punk. There was a point where Punk got the bracelet back, but then as he lost, McIntyre took it back.
I did what I liked about this match is I think they used the special referee stipulation. They used it very well. Like I liked there was a lot of instances where, like, you know, guys were like in both cases, like they would kind of, you know, they were kind of like crossing the line a little bit, and they would kind of look at Seth Rollins for approval, and he'd be like, yeah, go ahead, slam his head into the steel steps, it's okay. Like, oh, go ahead, like hit him with the chair, it's fine, I'm not looking. So I think they did utilize the special referee stipulation very well.
Yeah.
McIntyre getting the win kind of was a surprise for me.
Yeah, a little bit, but I think he kind of needed the win because he's been taking a lot of L's in past pay-per-views. So
yeah,
it's kind of about due for one for him. And like I said, even though Punk lost on his return, it doesn't kill his momentum, no.
You know what? Listen, Punk didn't get injured. As far as I'm concerned, that's a win.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't.
Listen, man, I'm not even.
He walked out of the match uninjured.
You know, like, listen, man, like, I'm not even trying to troll, or I'm not even trying to clown. Like, I legitimately want to see CM Punk have a bit of a run. It just seems like he keeps getting hurt. Like, I want to, like, hopefully, man, he can stay healthy. Hopefully he can stay healthy to kind of finally have his WrestleMania main event this year.
I would like to see that as well.
But you know, like, yeah, like, you know, Punk fucked over McIntyre a bunch of times. Like, he fucked him over at WrestleMania. McIntyre lost his world title. He fucked him over at Clash of the Title. Got beat by Priest. fucked him over at Money in the Bank, basically pissed away his Money in the Bank. So kind of kind of nice to see McIntyre get the win. Kind of gives him a little payback, and I guess this is a way where they basically want to keep that feud going.
Yeah.
Bro, Odyssey Jones looks like he bulked up a little bit. Like before, he was just kind of fat. Like now, he's
Yeah.
looking more.
He looked like
He's looking more
he
like.
beefed up some. Like he
Yeah.
dropped a little mass, but he kept some of the size though.
Yeah, it looks like he's more beefed up.
It was like the highlight of the
Yeah,
night,
he's not
man.
like Xavier's not on board with all this though.
Like,
Hmm. Oh wait, are they going up against the Awesome Truth here? Is that what we doing here tonight? Is that why they here?
Probably.
Okay, so I'm getting head reports. And like I said, it's like what we say, take it with grains because this is coming from Fightful. That the Jacob Fatu thing is a work because they had to do something to keep him
Oh,
away from Roman.
okay. And if that's the case, then if
Because
that's the
like
case,
if
then
that's the case,
that
then
kind
that was one hell of a sell job, man.
that kind of okay. Like if that ends up being the case, that would kind of make sense because this way you don't want to have Roman Reigns beating up Jacob Fatu, right? Like you want to keep Jacob Fatu looking strong, so you don't want to have Roman just kind of laying out Jacob Fatu, but you also don't want to have Jacob Fatu going after Roman either. So if that ends up being the case, then
Because they're saying
yeah,
apparently,
it
Jacob
makes sense.
was meant to sell the splash, the leg following the splash during the main event. So like, yeah, I'm like I said, if that's the case, like, hey, that's a hell of a sell job there.
Yeah,
But like I said, it does make sense. You don't want to see him get crushed the first time around by Roman Reigns out the gate.
exactly. Yeah. Like you don't wanna. This is a good way to kind of not have those two kind of have to face off as of yet.
So like I said, maybe maybe that's why we just got the boot on. It's just it's an easy work.
Yeah.
So like I said, we'll see how it plays out. We'll see what happens come like SmackDown. So
Yeah.
plus, like I said, plus also you got to kind of factor in if anything was anything really that severe or serious, they would have said something already. You know what I mean? Like
I
if
mean,
if he
unless
was
he's,
gonna be out for like a determined amount of time, it would have been already just given notice already.
you know, unless he's still getting evaluated, but
Yeah.
if it ends up being a work, then that would be a pretty smart workaround to explain why Jacob Fatu can't get in there and help Roman
Plus,
and help
it might even, like I
Solo.
said, maybe put the titles on the actual gorillas.
Yeah.
That way they can run with the tag titles. Let Jacob kind of play the heel up until we get to like maybe halfway towards SummerSlam. I mean Survivor Series for War Games.
Yeah. You know, like I don't wanna. It's not something that should be like happening anytime soon. But it's like, now you got a babyface US champion again, you know, probably transition the tag title, let the Gorillas have the tag titles, and then maybe at some point have Jacob going after the US title. Like not that LA Knight should be dropping the title anytime soon, but
No, but that's the thing. I don't think Jacob really needs the title because he's just kind of the monster enforcer. But you definitely want the tag titles in pocket though.
no, like he doesn't need the title, but again, like he should be he should want it at some point. Like at some point he should want like again, like that's what a faction should be striving to do is, hey, we gotta get the titles. Like you got your tag team, you got your main event guy, you got your mid carder. The only thing they don't have is like any females, but you got pretty much all the male titles. You got them all pretty much on lock.
Like I said, man, listen. Your man Bronson Reed definitely made the right move forward right there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
My bad if I blew your eardrums out with that, chat. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so yeah, we got A-Town Down Under versus Awesome Truth. Like, when they gonna break up A-Town Down Under? Because like Grayson Waller stay be throwing motherfucking Austin into the line of fire.
Yeah.
Like for real, like he's gonna go babyface. I don't know, I don't want to see a babyface Austin Theory though.
Yeah, me neither.
Like Last time he was kind of
I
babyface. They
sort
made him. They
of
made him. They made him stupid.
I sort of I sort of don't love them as a tag team, but I don't wanna see a babyface. I don't want to see a babyface Austin Theory. Like he just kind of works. He just works perfectly as a heel.
Yeah.
It's like when it's like when they tried to do the whole thing of like making MJF a babyface.
Yeah. It just didn't land. Proof with the blind tag.
Seeing we're gonna see it. It's about to happen. It's about to happen.
A-Town Down Under about to get the win. And A-Town Down Under got the win. Alright, are we getting Heel Miz back? Get him, Miz. Get him. Skull Crushing Finale. Skull Crushing Finale him. No? Okay. No? Maybe next week. I thought we was going to get him right there.
It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, I think.
Only a matter of time.
Dang, JD's about to get killed tonight.
So it's just JD and
Still, I don't get like how Carlito's he's still kind of a lackey though. Like, come on. Like, how is that even a thing?
I sort of. The only thing with like the JD, like the being in the Judgment Day thing is I kind of wish I kind of wish a little more of his like NXT character kind of shone through a little bit, you know? Like I kind of I liked his character in NXT.
Oh, come on. Commercial already? God dang. All right, we'll get back to SummerSlam then. Where were we? Oh yeah, CM Punk match. Yeah,
So
we move past that. We get to the world title, Gunther versus Damian Priest. which again was a good match. I mean, Gunther was already kind of banged up from a match he had on Raw with Finn Balor, so like he started bleeding from the chest. Like he had a nice little like gash in his fucking chest, like he was opened up. Your boy was
Yeah.
leaking. But
Like this probably was my match of the night.
yeah,
You know, it was just kind of like it wasn't. Again, is it match of the year? No, but you know, like this was just it didn't kind of need to be. You know, like this was just two large individuals just beating the shit out of each other. You know, I like seeing Gunther kind of work someone bigger than him, because usually he works guys smaller than him, and
yeah.
that's the dynamic. So I like seeing this match where you have kind of Damian Priest kind of throwing Gunther around. You know, like Gunther's throwing those chops that he's known for, but like Priest is a big boy. He's kind of
He's giving it back
he's
though.
kind of yeah, like he's kind of throwing like chops of his own.
Yeah, it was a good match. You know, once Finn Balor came out, you kind of knew what was up, what was about to go down,
Yeah.
and sure shit it did. So, like I said, I really had no doubt that Gunther wasn't gonna win, so I'm not shocked that he did. So it's like, you know what, good for Gunther.
Yeah.
Like we have a world champion that's like, listen, anybody that's beating Gunther, you're gonna get made, because Gunther's not he's not an easy boss battle, okay?
Yeah.
You come in there ill-equipped and underpowered, he will fuck your shit up. You know?
Gunther is like that like secret boss. Like when you think you beat the game, but you actually have to beat it on like expert to unlock to fight the final boss and get the true ending. Like Gunther is that boss.
Yeah, and if you come up in that shit underpowered, he gonna one hit you.
Yeah, yeah,
Just one hit you, son. You done. Straight up. So it's just like, yeah, him being the world champion on Raw is a good thing. Like I said, CM Punk's preoccupied. Seth Rollins just got a new dance partner. So, like I said, this is now an opportunity for someone else to come along and challenge for the world title, while like the other main eventers are kind of preoccupied until we get, back to like the Rumble or something.
hmm
Because I'm trying to think, like, who would be his first challenger? Maybe Sheamus? Maybe... I'm trying to think, like, maybe a Jey Uso? What other baby faces is out there right now? I mean, I'm pretty sure Damian Priest will want to get his rematch at some point. So...
yeah.
and then, yeah, we got Randy Orton, of course. Let's not forget that.
Again, SmackDown guy.
Also, they got a match in 3 weeks. Bash in Berlin.
Yep. Yep.
Damn, Randy, you gonna lose to Gunther again? He beat you in the King of the Ring.
Imagine if he won. Imagine
Nah,
if he wins.
no way.
But just imagine.
I mean, I I can imagine, but I don't see it happening. I think this is one of those things of like, again, it's kind of give Gunther the extra rub. You know, you're beating a former world champion here.
Yeah, like it's not technically in his hometown, but I guess it's like close enough
Yeah.
to his hometown that like theoretically like his friends and family could attend. So yeah, I think it's just a just a way to kind of give Gunther a big win against a big star in his hometown against somebody that can afford to take an L.
You should start doing some Steiner math. See, the numbers don't lie, and they say you got a 33rd and a third chance of taking my Intercontinental Championship because it's got my name on it. See, the numbers don't lie.
No, the Intercontinental title sucks, Gojira. It's not you. That belt is garbage.
Yeah, it just sucks. It does need polishing, but it still sucks though. Even if you listen, you can polish a turd all day. It's still a piece of shit. Okay.
Yep.
I would say Damian Priest needs to do it. Go back to his old theme music since he's like not in the Judgment Day no more.
I think he needs new gear as well.
Damian Priest is in a mood. But yeah, we go from, like I said, Gunther wins world title. Then we go to the undisputed WWE title. Cody Rhodes taking on Solo Sikoa in Bloodline Rules.
It was alright.
Man, it was fine. Like I said, it happened the way you figured it was probably gonna happen. Like they're gonna have a match for a few minutes, then the Bloodline shows up to start doing shit. Oh, we did get the return of Double A Arn Anderson, saying that he has some backup for Cody just in case. And then, like I said, Tonga came out. Tanga, Tama, they both come out. Eventually, Jacob comes out. Like I said, he does the big splash. Next thing you know, fucking Roman comes back with the OTC. I think it stood for Original Tribal Chief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some were saying it stood
entrance
for
music
One
as
True
well.
Chief, but I think it's actually Original Tribal Chief.
I think it's. I think it's. Yeah, I think it's. One True Chief does sort of fit, but I think it's supposed to be Original Tribal Chief. They also had a new entrance music.
Yeah. Slightly tweaked up from the old version. Not bad. But he came in, kind of wrecked shop on Solo, and then kind of left it be. Cody picked up the win. Which, like I said, fine. He walks away.
I'm gonna make a prediction.
What's that?
I think Roman kind of going after Solo. Like a bit of a red herring.
What do you mean?
I think that I think like I think people think we're gonna get like a super babyface Roman Reigns.
I
And
don't think we're getting a
I don't
babyface
think that's the
Roman.
case. I think he's still gonna be a heel. I think the whole thing of Roman taking out Solo and then allowing Cody to beat Solo. I think it's like Roman doesn't want to beat Solo for the WWE title. You know what I mean? Like he wants to beat Cody for the title. Like he wants to get his title back, but he wants to beat Cody for it. Like I think he doesn't like to me it's a thing of like he doesn't value Solo as an opponent, so he doesn't want to beat Solo for the title. Like I think at Bash at Berlin, I think we get Cody and Roman 3. I think at Bash at Berlin, I think we get Cody and Solo 3, and
And
then
Roman?
you know maybe sorry, Cody and Roman 3, and then Solo costs Roman the match, or let's say Solo interferes. Like I think I don't think Roman and Solo are gonna have any kind of match until Survivor Series. So I think that it's gonna be a bit of a thing where I think Solo's gonna have to entice Roman to have a match with them. You know, like Roman might slap him around, like Roman might beat the shit out of him here and there. But I think that Solo's gonna have to work to get a match out of Roman. I think we get Cody and Roman 3 before we get Roman and Solo. That's my prediction.
I can see that.
It's just like I think people are under the mindset that like I said we're gonna get like a huge like Roman Reigns is gonna come back and be like a huge baby face, or like he's gonna come back and be a top baby face. I kind of don't think he's gonna be a baby face at all. I think he's gonna still be a heel.
Yeah, I don't think Roman was gonna come back and just automatically just like be a babyface. Sure, people would cheer for him, but I think he would just be like, whatever the fuck. He would just be like, I don't care you cheering. Like y'all still need to acknowledge me and all that other good shit.
Yeah,
Like he's gonna be like, oh y'all love me now, and then be like, fuck you bums, you know.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I think.
So, yeah, that's what I think. Like I said, everybody else want to now sit here and flip and be like, "Oh, we love him now," and it's gonna be like, "Y'all didn't really love me. You just love me now because I was gone. Because you know you need me.
Hmm.
So I'm your tribal chief. That's right. You see me." But like overall, like I said, SummerSlam decent show. I wasn't like I said, I didn't have that high of expectations to be honest, just based off of how the card looked. But like, hey, it was decent. It was a decent show.
Yeah,
So I can admit to being wrong on that. So
I think you're spot on.
I still feel like they could have had more matches. But like I said, the way they paced everything out, it didn't feel like it was only a 7 match card.
But it's again though, you had a 3 hour kickoff match. You had a
Yeah,
3 hour kickoff.
And yeah, but
Like
no matches though.
I don't want to like I don't want to be the I don't want to be like 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 making comparisons, but like AEW, they do like an hour and a half pre-show, and in that hour and a half, they'll give you 4 matches, and they have time to run down the whole card. They can cram all of that into an hour and a half pre-show, and their pay-per-views have like 10 matches, whereas SummerSlam was only 7 matches. So realistically, it took them 3 hours to talk about 7 matches. Easily, they could have, like, you could have did the Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga versus DIY. Like, you could have put that on the kickoff. You could have put the women's tag titles on the kickoff.
Yeah, you could have.
Like I said, like Jey Uso wasn't on the card. Like you could have had Finn and JD versus like Jey Uso and Braun Strowman or something.
Like I said, they could have did a lot of things, but
Hmm.
but like I said, now I guess they figure they don't want to overpack the cards like that. So now we get in 2 nights instead, so we can just bombard everything. Plus, we could do a whole lot of nothing matches in 2 shows,
Yeah.
and we could just separate the titles and like so. One show gets the Raw title, the one show get the SmackDown title, and then whatever little side matches.
Yeah.
I like how Michael Hall and Pat McAfee just over here just roasting JD McDonough's big noggin. Yo, they just roasting him, son.
Hmm.
the the disrespect. What's the main event tonight?
It's Gable and the
Oh yeah, and the
Creeds.
White Sick. Yeah.
See like that's 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 another match where like you probably you probably could have moved Sammy and Braun match to the kickoff, and you could have put that match on the main card.
Yeah.
Like I said, you had a 3 hour you had a 3 hour pre-show. You could have easily slipped 4 more matches on there. Like you could have easily got all 3 tag team titles defended and the Wyatt Six. You could have easily fit all that on your kickoff. Plus had time to talk about the card.
I think they figure like, look here, we don't want to overstay welcomes with our shows that we're out here like kind of selling these big attendance in places. So let's get in, get out, hit them with all the big stuff, and then move on to the next show.
But you wouldn't be overstaying your welcome if you kind of put those matches on the kickoff. Again, you had a 3 hour kickoff.
Cause you already know like that Berlin show is probably only gonna have like 5 matches.
Yeah.
And now the new Judgment Day is jumping Damian Priest. Who's gonna help him? Who's gonna save him?
it sort of would make sense that nobody would come out to help him, you know?
But no, Damian Priest is the big baby face. He could take care of himself.
But it's, to a lesser extent, like, he has no buddies back there, like, he has no allies. The Judgment Day's been his allies.
Where's Rhea? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Morgan's so weak, she couldn't even run away. She got caught. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's a weak ass champion. Okay. Let her put her to the table and watch how it folds. Come on, let's do it. Put it to the table. Look how it folds. All right, come on, put it to the table. Don't cop out. Don't cop out. Ooh. Put JD to a table then. The turn is complete. The baby that's healed are now the babies.
Yup.
And now we get a segment for the main event from SummerSlam, which we literally just talked about. So
Yeah. So everybody, you don't need to pay attention to this. We already told you about this way better than they can tell you about it.
With more passion.
Yeah. And more velour.
Also, did you catch TNA this week?
I think I did. What happened?
Oh, well, we had the main event. Nemeth defended the TNA title against Mustafa Ali. We had there was like a classic 6-man with the Rascals, including Wesley, went up against Kushida, Trent Seven, and Speedball Mike Bailey. It was a good match. They also trying to remember what happened. Of course, like Joe Hendry, like they push all of the NXT stuff that's going on too, like the crossover. They also talked about the Bloodsport because like they had another match with Masha Slamovich and that what's her name, Jody Riot or whatever her name is.
Jody Threat.
Jody Threat. Yeah, they had a match on Impact. And they just mentioned that, like, yeah, these two women recently just had a match at the Josh Burnett Bloodsport. They even showed a clip of it too.
It's kind of like I know this is not a popular opinion, but it's kind of like I think the crossovers are becoming like too much for me.
Nah.
That's why I'm kind of
I think it
scared
works
too
because
much.
it's just giving exposure to those other companies though. That it's like, hey, you now. So like the same way NXT is giving the rub to to TNA. TNA in return says, "Hey, like check out this other promotion, GCW," because they mentioned GCW everything. They didn't. They basically named everything to give it props. So it's like, okay, now if a person who's a TNA fan maybe didn't know about GCW, now they do. You
It's
know what I'm
just
saying?
I don't need to. Yeah, but it's just I don't need to. I don't need to see the. I don't want to see the NXT guys on TNA every week, and vice
And
versa. Like to me, it's just too
oh
much.
no,
Like
the Les Bros are beating up on the Damage Control in the back. They beat up on Dakota. No.
like let it be like special. You know, like let it be something like special. Like it doesn't feel as exciting if the Rascals are teaming together twice a week. You know,
Yeah, but
like okay, like
clearly they want to
perfect.
do something because they have a tag team title shot this week against Axiom and Frazier. MSK is getting a title
Like
shot.
perfect example, you know, like perfect example, like okay, like you tune in, like you tune into Collision, and oh, all of a sudden out comes like Mystical, like unannounced. Like okay, that's cool because you know we don't see Mystical on AEW regularly. We don't see CMLL guys every week. They'll pop in like once in a while, but we're not seeing them every week. So it feels like a little more exciting when you do see them because you're like, oh shit, we're getting some like cool. We're getting like some fucking luchadors tonight. Like that's dope. It feels like a little more special. Whereas if you just kind of if you just got the Rascals teaming together on NXT and then oh guess what, TNA they're teaming together again, then it's just kind of like, well, who cares? It loses it loses what makes it special. Like I like that they have the working relationship, but like you know you don't need to have these you don't need to have these crossovers every single week. Like do it like once in a while. Do it once in a while so that when you do it, it feels more special. Like it makes like you know it makes you feel more excited when you tune into TNA and an NXT guy pops up. It feels like, oh cool, we got like an NXT guy, like this is gonna be a good show. You don't have that if they're just showing up every week.
I mean, yeah, this is true.
It's
But
like
like
a you know,
WWE
it's like
wants to get more eyes on their product, though.
there's such a it's good exposure, but there's such a thing as overexposure.
This is true.
But so I guess I heard Mustafa Ali pretty much finished up with TNA. Like that was his last match with TNA.
That was a pretty little short little stint there, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's what TNA like does now is they bring in guys, they let them have this short little run and then just be on your way. Again, I'm surprised they didn't or maybe they tried to, but kind of surprised they didn't kind of lock him down to some kind of like contract cuz where's he going to go now, you know?
Well, man, I guess maybe AEW.
Maybe.
Well, I say AEW, but what I really mean to say is Ring of Honor.
You know, he do okay. He'd do okay in Ring of Honor, though.
Yeah, he could be like in
Yes,
the pure
Sammy.
division.
Yeah, I guess Sammy Guevara made his return in Ring of Honor.
He's aligning
I know,
himself
I'm kind of okay with
with
that.
Devon Eriks and Dustin Rhodes.
No, I'm kind of okay with that.
I think doing a little stint in Ring of Honor might be good for Sammy.
Yeah. Like it's better. It's better than just bringing him back to AEW and putting him with the learning tree. Let's say.
Well,
Like at least they're kind of doing something. At least they're kind of doing something different with him.
well, he kind of said like he's like I need to be my own. Like I can't be. He's like ever since I've been here, I've been always lined up with other people, following other people. Like I need to just do it myself. But he was like, I need to earn your respect though.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got a match with the Les Bros, Sonya Deville. Les Bros getting a lot of TV time today. What's going on, Jimmy?
Yeah. Well, he called us hoes.
Jimmy, you the hoe here.
Don't call me a garden hose.
Oh no. Damn. Dakota Kai, she be catching a raw deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't. I'm sorry. Dakota just never. She's always a Janetti type to me.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
But she wants to do more.
Yep.
But to be honest, Sonya Deville, I mean not Sonya, Dakota Kai, even back in NXT, she was like she felt like Discount Bailey at first. And then when she kind of came into her own, it was kind of a nothing thing because every time she came back, she'd get injured or something. But like, I never cared for Dakota Kai. What do you think?
It's just like again, like she can't stay healthy long enough to do anything of any kind of significance.
But I'm saying, even when she is
Like she
around, like she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, because she's always like when she's around, she's in between. She's just in between injuries. She comes back from injury, and you're just like, okay, how long is she gonna be around before her next injury?
That is true.
So it's like, it's hard to, it's hard to kind of do anything. It's hard to do anything with her. It's hard to get invested with her because she can't stay healthy. But again, like look at her body. She looks like fucking Jack Skellington.
She needs to pack on some poundage and beef up a little bit.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? People talk about Jordan Grace, saying, "Look what it's done for her." I'm not saying you're supposed to turn turn into Camille, but at least like instead of looking like a 10-year-old boy, at least look like a muscular, athletic woman. How about that?
Yeah. Like look like a 17-year-old boy that is in high school and plays football at the very least.
Not even football, flag football.
Flag football, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just again, I don't care. I don't care either way for Dakota Kai. But it's just like that's kind of her curse is like just can't stay healthy. She just can't be she just can't be not injured. So how do you expect them to want to kind of invest in her because
But I'm
she's
saying,
like a
is she injured
liability?
now? Because they just replaced her in this match, though.
Probably. She probably fucking is. Like she's dating that fucking Chase U guy. He probably like fucked her the wrong way and fucking injured her.
Who, Andre Chase?
No, the other one.
Duke Hudson?
No, he definitely not him. he he likes dudes, but the
Whoa,
young
whoa,
kid,
Duke
the young
Hudson
kid.
like Dukes?
Yeah, he was remember that dude like he was like he did the DDT, like he did a like the cartwheel like DDT. Like remember that dude?
Mm.
Like he did the like like he was in NXT and then he got fired from NXT and then he was in AEW. He had one match in AEW and then he got fired. Let's see.
What dude? What was his name?
Jake Atlas? Jake Atlas?
Oh, yeah, I remember Jake Atlas.
Yeah, so like remember he got fired for like he had a domestic argument with his partner and like supposedly he hit him and he
Uh-huh.
got fired from AEW for it. Like Duke Hudson was the partner.
A word? Good for him.
Mhm. Yeah. But I think the young Chase U kid is dating Dakota Kai, I think.
Okay.
The young kid.
Okay. Gotcha.
So see like they're hot young athletes with hot bods. She's probably got too wild and she's got like no muscle mass. So she probably fucking got injured.
But she's never had muscle mass. Like I said, she always reminded me of a discount Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
When she used to come in with the little like do little pigtail things on her head, like trying to be like a discount Bailey.
Yep.
I never cared for her.
Me neither. Me neither. The only thing I ever liked about Dakota Kai was her entrance music was pretty badass.
Yeah, I give her that.
Like she
Wrestling.
had
Not
like
so much.
she 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 had strangely good music.
Wow, you got the. I hear the crowds chanting, "This is boring." Oh,
It is
boy.
boring. It is boring.
Les Bros ain't getting over, man.
No. Bro, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, bro. Like Io Sky kind of trashed tonight.
Because she's in there with Sonya Deville. That's why.
She kind
Did you
of like
see?
sloppy
Did you
tonight.
see you see Botchamania with the spot with her and Lyra Valkyrie, and she's like, "Let go, let go."
Yeah. Yeah, damn.
So, like I said, Io, I don't believe Io's a problem. I think it's her opponent. Like it's Dakota, it's Sonya Deville, for God's sakes. Is anybody really out here like, yo, she's a fucking ring general? Miss,
It's kind of like,
get your hair up and square up. Is anybody out here thinking she's some ring general?
wow, look, wow. It's kind of fitting that like Sonya and Liv are like best friends because they're both kind of trash.
Yeah, Sonya's trash,
And
son.
and again, like Sonya is somebody that I would put in that same category as like a Liv or like a Dana Brooke. Like she's somebody that's been doing this way too long to still be this bad.
Let's end this. Yes, Io with the win. Let's end this. Get these Les Bros out of here.
But then she doesn't.
Yeet.
But then she doesn't even sell the moonsault.
And you just got beat up like 2-on-3. Alright, we got Ela and Sammy in the back. Sami Zayn in the back. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Jey Uso.
Where's Braun Strowman?
Good question.
We haven't seen Braun in a minute, eh?
Probably got fired.
I mean, he was there a couple weeks ago.
Firing people like I changed my underwear.
Like we haven't seen Braun in a hot minute. Not Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman. But did Michael Cole say hospital? All right. I guess it's time for the Wyatt shits.
The Wyatt shits.
Yep. Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, but when they took those masks off, it like broke my heart.
Oh, he's talking about Seth Rollins in the hospital.
Yeah, but they said hospital, right? Like I wasn't just hearing things?
Nah, they were saying Seth Rollins getting checked out in the hospital because he got fucked up.
Because before, like, they wouldn't say hospital, they would just say, like, medical facility. Like, it was always, like, local medical facility. Like, they wouldn't use the word hospital. Like, supposedly, Vince did not like the word hospital.
Now we get the Joe Gacy video.
Who cares? I said, man, is them taking the masks off just broke my heart. Now they just look like a bunch of hairy guys wearing makeup.
Bunch of hobos, hobo wrestlers.
Hobos, yep, hobos wearing makeup.
Just got a new crew to boss around.
You know, I'll try to be optimistic, and I'll try to see what they do here tonight. But
They talk there, Gable.
so far, I think the Wyatt shits have just been an utter disappointment.
We got new entrance music. Nice.
Any good just to see Eric Rowan. Oh, regardless.
Shit, Gable. This is our main event for Raw tonight. How do you do? How much time we got left? What, like 20 minutes on Raw? About that?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Oh, bro.
It's, and we already in a commercial too, so. Already in commercial. Hey, yo. I would say, like, who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna
You already
I'm
know
gonna
who's
try to
win.
be I'm gonna I'm gonna try to be optimistic, and hopefully, hopefully hopefully the Wyatts will deliver in this debut. But so far they've been so far they've I haven't been pleased. I just, again, man, I just don't want to see like Joe Gacy wrestle in dirty clothes, like that's not exciting to me. Uh,
I mean,
am I wrong though? Like, am I wrong,
I mean, no, no.
bro? It's like again, it it all for me. It all comes back to like the Beast Mortis. Like if you took the mask off of Beast Mortis, he would be fucking boring. You would just be another luchador. What makes him interesting is that he has this huge, elaborate, scary mask. Like that's what makes him stand out, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, man, when you have like Joe Gacy come out and he's like a scary pig man and he's like got this scary like fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre style pig mask, and then he takes it off and it's Joe Gacy wearing eyeliner. It's kind of like fuck.
Because it's Joe Gacy.
Right, right.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Nah.
Like that's how you're presenting it to me. Like it's like you know, it's like you cooked me like a really nice steak, you know, very nicely seasoned, cooked perfectly, but then you serve it to me on a trash can lid.
Yeah, I don't care for it either. I would have thought like, hey, give a mask or something, but you know that's what they wanted to do, man. That's what they wanted to do. All right,
But
let's see.
I'll be optimistic. I'll be optimistic and hope that they change my perception tonight.
See what happens. Okay. Here's the thing, though. Can we not take like 20 minutes to come to the ring? You literally got like 15 minutes left of the show, unless you're doing some type of overtime. You know.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of this intro stuff, and it's like, hey man, I hope this ain't the bulk of the fucking match, is it?
Yeah, I will say I will say that you got me with them coming out to shatter. Like that kind of gets me in the feels, you know?
Yeah.
Ian, the difference is the difference is the original Wyatts were never presented in that way. Like the Firefly Funhouse did not exist back then, right? Like these are supposed to be the personification of the Funhouse characters. That's why the masks are important. That's why it matters. When the original Wyatts, there was no Firefly Funhouse. Those Funhouse characters didn't exist. That's why the masks matter now because they're these guys are supposed to represent Bray Wyatt's creations. they're supposed to be the lifeblood of Bray Wyatt. They're supposed to represent his creations. And what happens? Like they take the mask off, and now you just got Dexter Loomis with dreadlocks. So you take away from what it's supposed to represent. That's why the masks matter. The masks are everything. The masks are integral. Right? I don't know. Am I making sense?
I hear what you're saying.
Like without the masks, without them being the funhouse characters, they just put a bunch. They're just a bunch of jobbers in a faction. Like you just took a bunch of jobbers and put them in a group. But when they're the masks,
Dexter Loomis some dirty looking dreads.
Yeah. But when they wear the masks and they represent the funhouse characters, that's like Bray Wyatt's children. It's like Bray Wyatt's creation. That's what it represents. When they lose those masks and they lose those identities, they're just a bunch of jobbers. You know what? It's not even hate. It's just y'all are just feeling y'all are just feeling it in the sentimentals because it's like Bray Wyatt. So y'all are letting your sentimental feelings blind you from the reality of the situation. That's all it is. Like the Fiend wrestled. The Fiend never took his mask off. That's exactly Gojira. That's what I'm saying. It's suspension of disbelief. It should be suspension of disbelief. So again, you present a scary rabbit guy to me, and this is supposed to be some kind of supernatural creature, and then he just takes his mask off, and then it's just number one jobber Eric Rowan. Well, there you go. You're killing that suspension of disbelief. Exactly. He was originally a dentist, and then that sucks. So what did they do? They put a cool mask on him, and they made him a cool character, and he became one of the coolest characters in all of WWE history because they put a scary mask on him. They made him
You're
a
wrong.
character.
He became a dentist, and then he became Diesel. Then they put a mask on.
That's right. That's right. He was Diesel first. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's like to me, like the masks are everything. Like once you take the masks off, you're just a bunch of jobbers.
I mean, well, we'll see how they play out. So far, they're looking pretty good in the ring.
Like, it's like again, okay? Like imagine if like WWE signs Pentagon Jr., right? And then Pentagon Jr. shows up, and then he immediately comes to the ring as Pentagon Jr. and then takes his mask off, and he says, "Oh, I'm no longer Pentagon Jr. From now on, I'm gonna be known by my real name, Hank Escobar." Like it would be shit, right? It would be garbage because he is the character. The character is Pentagon Jr. That's what you want to see. That's who you want to see. You want to see You want to see the face paint. You want to see the mask. You want to see the presentation that is Pentagon Jr. And that's the point I'm making with the Wyatt shits. Once you take the mask off, you lose an integral part of the presentation to me. That's why it's such a hang up for me.
And we need some more Latinos in the LWO.
I don't wanna see Eric Rowan. I wanna see Rambling Rabbit, or like I don't wanna see fucking Dexter Loomis with dreadlocks. I wanna see like Mercy the Buzzard. I don't wanna see Joe Gacy wearing eyeliner. Give me Huskus the Pig Boy.
Huskus the Pig Boy.
I don't want no fucking Nikki ASH. I want Abby the Witch. Just like I don't want boring ass Bo Dallas.
If I wanted the B team, I'd ask for the B team. I want the A team.
Ian, kind of replay this and listen to what I said, because you're sort of missing my point entirely.
You want the whites to be Mexican? Yes. Toyo Blanco, Wyatt, Siete.
Replay this and listen to what I said again. You're completely missing my point.
I want Mexican Senor Howdy's. Senor Howdy and Hermano Gacy, Primo Loomis, and El Jefe Rowan. Los Wyatt Siete.
See, like you definitely could have did this last night on the kickoff, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. The whites to be Mexican.
That's a little racist. But like, again, kind of replay this and listen to my words again, because I think you're sort of losing something in translation here. You're sort of missing what I'm saying.
You're saying that if you take off the mask, you lose the mystique. Not that they're Mexican.
Why wouldn't
Hola, me. Óyeme. No,
why wouldn't it work, Gojira? Why wouldn't it work? Gojira, did you ever see fucking Donnie Darko? Did you ever see that movie, Gojira? That scary fucking rabbit? He's fucking on t-shirts. He's on fucking posters. He's on merchandise. He's on everything. Why? Because it's a cool look, because it's cool imagery. That's why. So like, yeah, like it absolutely would work.
Rowan giving a little yeah, a little Brody. In fact, this is the first time we've seen Rowan back in WWE since, like, what? Since, I think, when he was with Bryan?
Was the Bludgeon Brothers before or after that? I kind
That
of
was before that.
don't remember.
That was before that.
Okay, so yeah, then this is the first time we're kind of seeing Rowan. No, no, I think he was there after Brian, because remember he had that whole thing where he was carrying around the cage with the stuffed spider in it,
Oh yeah.
and like people would keep yeah, like people would keep like peeking under the curtain and like getting scared.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was after the Bludgeon Brothers.
And then and then one day Drew McIntyre just stomped on the cage.
Stopped on the cage.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? No!
There you go. The emo job squad gets the win.
Emo Job Squad.
That's what they look like.
The Hobo Brigade. The Hobo Brigade.
Joe Gacy looks like such a hobo right now. He makes fucking Eddie Edwards look like a billionaire.
Where Rich Swan's like, I gotta step my game up, son.
What's his name?
Yeah. Rich Swan's like I gotta step my game up because Joe Gacy is hoboing at 500% right now.
He's hoboing at 5%.
It's true.
Gotta step up my hobo
Like damn,
game.
he's like I gotta step up my hobo game. Like that's a real hobo right there.
Okay, so where do they go from here now? They beat up on the American Maid. Now what?
Probably they're not probably going to the next pay-per-view, that's for sure.
They're gonna have a Mountain Dew blackout, pitch black Mountain Dew Baja Blast match.
I mean, hey, we did talk about all these like sponsorships.
But that will do it for us and
Hey,
running
they're-
that Raw.
Hey, you know, they're their next if they make it on the pay-per-view, maybe they could get that match sponsored by the Beetlejuice Fanta flavor.
Well, you never know. You
You
never
never
know.
know.
But definitely want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us here tonight. Appreciate you coming out. Definitely smash a like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. And yeah, join us back here next week for more fun adventures. You know how we do here. Any last words, Matt, before we wrap things up here?
why it shits are homeless jobbers and birds aren't real.
Okay, well. Listen, y'all have a good night and make sure you always kick out. Thick boys out.
Time has come, I'm ready to go. Venturing into the unknown. Fires inside me must be unleashed. People talk nonsense all the day. Shampoo kindness, all they can say. I can't get no satisfaction. Woo-hoo! Challenge may have come. Woo-hoo! Fighting just begun, but there's no stopping. People spreading out my wings. Let's fly high. Woo-hoo! Concentrate my power. Woo-hoo! In the final hour, in the end, I'm gonna win. I hope you die. Don't you know I'm unstoppable? Don't even try, cause you will fall. I got a strength deep in my soul that gives me courage and control. I'll go beyond the limit break. The universe is mine to take. I have no fear. I think it's clear. Let's keep you tight high. Get all this Dragon Ball Super. We got the skill to blow in our rain.